Hey, best friends. I'm Claire.
I'm Yana.
Welcome to
My Best Friend's Book Club.
Wow. We didn't know we'd get graced with... Oh.
I don't have the lung capacity anymore.
Didn't know we'd all get graced with such beautiful vocals at the start of this podcast.
Yeah, I'm considering starting a new podcast on my own.
Where you just sing?
Yeah, where I just sing. So follow me at my BF Left Her Podcast to Sing.
Yana's going to launch that really soon, and
Yeah.
it's the perfect time of year because you've never heard anything scarier.
I just think it's a great time in our time together for me to branch out on my own.
I understand.
It's like I'm a Jonas brother or one of the people in...
Which Jonas brother are you?
I don't remember. Who's there? There's Nick.
Is Harry Styles a Jonas brother?
No, he's a One Direction.
I don't listen
That's
to...
why his last name isn't Jonas.
Oh. Whoops. I obviously don't listen to pop music, but I hear Taylor Swift's new album is great.
Yeah.
So you go, girl.
That girl can work.
I'm glad that you and all the people of the world are enjoying that. People are also incredibly excited that the Seattle Mariners are winning.
Yeah.
Go Mariners! Woo! Sports. That's for you, Dad.
We're just girls.
We're just a baby.
I'm just a little girl.
Sorry, okay, we are still working our way through.
The Housemaid.
Bye. One day, Yana will remember the author's name.
Seems like a minor detail.
Starts with a F.
Franny.
No.
Felicia.
It's a very
Fadden.
iconic Mexican woman.
Frida.
Last name.
Kahlo.
Nope.
McFadden.
Very good. Frida McFadden.
Sorry, Frida.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. And I'm really liking this
I'm really into
book.
it too.
I
It's a breath of fresh air.
And I really wanted to keep reading, but I stopped myself.
I did too.
Okay, we'll get into a short recap of what happened last week. Then we'll get into what happened this week and into discussion.
Can't wait.
So, last week, Millie, she's recently out of prison, but we don't know why. And she just got a job working as a live-in maid for the Winchester family.
The Winchester family.
It consists of Andy, a rich billionaire, his wife, Nina, and their daughter, Cece.
Or Cecilia.
Or Cecilia.
Cecilia.
But Nina is kind of really hard to read. It seems like she's gaslighting Millie sometimes, lying to her, and intentionally making the house a mess for her to clean. We can't tell what's going on with her yet, but I have predictions. In these pages, Millie also starts to fantasize about Nina's husband, Andy. She also fantasizes about Enzo, the Italian gardener. But ultimately, she's really locked on Andy. And it just amplifies in these next set of pages. So whatever. Her and Andy start to bond over like cooking for Cece, a night of restless sleep, watching Family Feud, and of course Andy helps her with impossible tasks that Nina gives her. We also learn that Cece is not Andy's biological daughter, and that he also has wanted a kid of his own. But Nina's visit to the expert fertility doctor ends with her inability to have any more kids. But to cheer up Nina, Andy asks Millie to get him and Nina tickets to a popular Broadway show and a stay at the Plaza Hotel. And this whole part ends with Millie overhearing Andy and Nina fighting in the bedroom. She comes downstairs in the middle of the night to check on them, and she has kind of a interesting confrontation with Nina.
She's all like panicked that Nina like killed Andy.
Yeah, but she's like, Millie, don't ever come out of the attic again at night.
Honestly, it was kind of dumb of Millie, I think.
I think Millie's making a lot of questionable choices,
Yes.
particularly in these next set of pages.
Let's get into it.
Get into it, Yana.
Millie's starting to realize she's actually not just into Andy, but she's envious of Nina. She like is starting to imagine her life as Nina.
Miss Winchester.
Yeah, and like wearing her clothes and just being with Andy. But obviously, Andy's not really a choice. He's married. So she's like, I'm going to get my jollies out with Enzo.
Oh my God, this part.
So she invites him into the house when he comes to bring a package to the door. And she comes on to him, but he like super panics and rejects her.
She didn't even like try to be smooth.
No, not at all.
I had like secondhand
She went from
embarrassment.
0 to like 100. Me too.
While I was reading it, I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And I don't think being in jail for like 10 years is an excuse because you were still around people.
Yeah, I feel like a high school kid could hit on someone better than how she hit on Enzo.
But he super rejects her. And don't worry, as he's running out of the house, he's like, hey, danger.
But also,
get out. Now Millie's like waiting for Cece to be done with tap class, and she's talking to this other lady who's also there for a kid. And the lady's like, hey, Nina's super crazy, and did you know that her crazy is like, I like murder suicided my daughter Cece. I attempted. She was trying to drown Cece in the tub and then kill herself. She also gave like pills to Cece first.
Oh, right. I forgot.
So yeah, important information that Millie learned. But now we're back home, and Andy and Millie are sharing a moment when she's comforting him over this package that Enzo had brought in. Ends up that this package is like from Andy's mother, and it's full of baby things because Nina was telling everybody, Nina was counting her chickens before they hatched, literally. But she was telling everyone that they're like having a baby rather than like we're trying to have a baby. And it sounded like it was like baby clothes and toys. So I don't know why it was so freaking heavy that.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Millie
That
like,
must
could
have
not lifted it.
Yeah, a lot of baby stuff in there, I guess.
I don't know. Anyway, they're all bonding over it. It was uncomfortable for me. It was starting to cross a boundary. So then, like Claire said, in the previous 50 pages, Nina had asked Millie to book this romantic Broadway show and Plaza Hotel thing for her and Andy, and Millie did it, but she's gaslit again. She's being told that she booked it for the wrong day and that Nina had never asked her to book it for this particular day because she's leaving that day for an overnight in this like camp that they're dropping Cece off in.
Bye.
So she loses it on Millie for booking the show on the wrong Sunday, apparently. She's like, this money's coming out of your paycheck because it's non-refundable. And Andy's like, hey, I called the place and I figured it out and they refunded me the money. You're good. But then Nina leaves for this camping thing. And guess who didn't actually get a refund? He just wanted to protect Millie.
Did you know it?
Did I know what?
Did you sense that he actually did not get rid of the tickets?
I mean, there was only like a 3-sentence difference between the two events, so I didn't really have time to sense.
I was like, somehow these two are going to end up at this fucking show together.
I didn't think that far ahead.
I love to make predictions.
I'm not very bright. So while Nina, you just told all of our listeners that they went to the show together.
Oh, I think we all knew where this was going.
Oh, I hadn't yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, so while Nina's out taking Cece to camp, and Andy told Nina that he had to stay back because he had to like work, but he's like, hey, you should go to this show. And then Millie's like, hey, I don't want to go alone. And so then Andy's like, hey, why don't I go with you?
What a coincidence.
I know.
I'm actually free too.
Yep, I apparently don't have to work. So they go to see the show, and then they go out for dinner, and Andrew starts to drink. Andrew Anderson
Mr. Winchester.
Mr. Winchester the Third starts to drink and starts to tell Millie pretty inappropriate things about his marriage.
Absolutely.
Honestly, definitely inappropriate for someone who works for you, but also just inappropriate to just anyone. Like, I don't know.
When he specifically talks about their sex life.
It's definitely not okay to be talking to this like young, pretty little thing.
Also, they're like your live-in maid. Yeah, like that's very...
It's not good.
She's also wearing one of the dresses that Nina gifted her.
That was a prediction I had when Nina gave her that bag of clothes. I was like, at some point, this is going to be a thing.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't reached its head yet, though.
No,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
We're getting there, though.
So, of course, now he's way too drunk to drive home. I knew that was going to happen.
That's crazy.
And he's like, hey, but I have this reservation at the plaza. And she's like, no, we have to stay in separate rooms if we're doing this. Like right away, they don't.
You're like, I don't even remember what happened.
Yeah.
You just don't.
So they're in the taxi on the way to the plaza. And he, of course, kisses her. And of course, they sleep together. And when they get back home, they're spotted by Enzo, who's like super Mr. Disapproving. And Andrew's like, hey, here's $200 to get rid of the trash that Millie was supposed to take out last night that Nina even reminded her about. Also, it ends with Andy telling Millie that he doesn't actually like Enzo, but that Nina insists on keeping him around.
I've got this in discussion.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Can I say one thing? The reason it's a big deal about the trash is because, like you said, Nina told her, but they have this moment when the next morning, he's like, Nina can't know about this. You won't tell her, right? And so it's like, well, you need to help me with the trash now because she's going to know that I wasn't home that night. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Nina called, remember? And she was like, why didn't you pick up the phone? And she was like, oh, I went to bed. Why didn't Andy pick up the phone? I was like, I don't know where he is. Me.
So what I've
Millie's
been
about
thinking,
to die.
what I was thinking pretty much mostly these 50 pages, but kind of from the beginning is I have a couple feelings. One is I think Nina knows everything already.
Oh, you think she's the cameras and the phone and everything?
I think she knows.
Okay.
And the other thing is I think her gaslighting thing is to somewhat force this to kind of play with Millie's head.
She's like bad cop.
I just feel like she's like just
What?
I just feel like she's the puppet master. Like she's manipulating the entire thing to get to like whatever it is that she wants. And then the other thing is I forgot. Hold on.
Saw it in your eyes.
Hold on.
It's
No.
gone.
Okay, so one, I think she knows everything already.
What is she trying to get to though?
I feel like
It has something to do with the baby, right?
it's either yes, I was thinking about the baby thing. Maybe they get Millie pregnant and then like take the baby
I
from
might
her.
be watching too much horror right now. We talked about that in the last episode, as I'm sure
I
you
could
remember.
see that, but I just feel like everything's too coincidental.
Okay,
Like
I
I just
feel
feel like the whole texting about the trash is because she knew they were at the show
Interessante.
and she knew she wasn't going to get to the trash.
I was also thinking, like, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire, right? I didn't make that up. Millionaire, billionaire, MB.
Whatever
What's
it
the
is, it's
difference?
almost as
a
rich
lot
as
of
me.
money. I would imagine that he's known around town.
Oh, that's what I was thinking too. Especially where they were on like the sixth
Right.
row. It was like great seats
It's
and
like, who is Andy out with a woman that looks like his wife is wearing clothes like she wears, you know?
but is skinnier and prettier.
She's like
supposedly.
the 2.0 version. Oh, we also found out Andy was engaged before Nina. Something there. Another 2.0 potentially.
I don't know. I feel like Nina is making people think she's crazy.
I feel like these pages, I went completely the other way.
She is fully crazy.
I think
Millie's crazy too.
I feel like Millie is making some questionable choices that I do want to talk about as like, you know, not victim blaming stuff, but just like, let's just talk about choices.
I feel like Millie doesn't have the will to live.
I think Millie's down on her luck and she's making some bad choices. But no, this is what I was going to say. I am, after these pages, like, I am kind of convinced. I've gone completely the opposite way from as I did from the last episode. I think Andy is the bad guy in this situation.
That's because you just hate men.
And I feel like she is mentally ill or unstable, but I think he's keeping her that way.
He's taking advantage of her mental instability.
I think he's
That's how we are
taking advantage of her. And I think all these things where we're like, she's a crazy and she's being manipulative and, you know, she's unhinged. I think she truly doesn't remember some things and then she gets upset and she's like all discombobulated and shit.
I mean,
I
I
think
don't
he's like
remember some
poisoning
things, but I
her
don't
with
go
her
crazy.
medicine.
Ooh, you think?
Yeah, I think he's, and she said there was a bunch of prescription pills in there, so I feel like he's like fucking
Do you
with
think
her.
she actually did the whole attempt at murder-suicide, or do you think that was a setup
I do.
too?
I think she did do that. I don't know why he stayed with her after the fact, but I feel like he's manipulating Nina Cece and Millie at this point. He
Well,
gave
maybe
me some...
he stayed with her afterwards because she was easier to manipulate afterwards.
Yeah, but for what purpose? That's what I can't figure out yet, because we know we have this airtight prenup, or we have the prenup that's easy for him to get out of. She can't have kids. So I'm like, what's the point of Nina then for him? I can't figure that part out yet, but I feel like he's the mastermind.
Yeah, it's just nice that in none of this, because we hate men so much, at no point are you saying like, or he just is in love with her.
No, absolutely not. You know that's not true.
I know.
That's what they want us to believe. No. And he showed some like red flags in this, right? Like the talking at the dinner table about their sex life, and then at one point he's looking at her legs, but then he like pretends he's not.
Oh, I hated that.
Right? And then when he's drunk enough, he's like, nothing wrong with looking. And she had said that at one point, and I was like, Millie, we'll talk about that later.
Do you think he was actually as drunk as...
See, I don't think so. I think he's orchestrating all this, but I can't figure out, to the point where he's literally like keeping Nina discombobulated.
Maybe this is his thing then. Maybe he's the maid killer and he's just trying to like get them vulnerable and, in love with him.
Yeah.
And then he kills.
The way Enzo reacted to him too, and he was like, I don't like him. And like everyone likes Enzo, first off. But also he was like, I don't like that guy. And he treated him like so... This is another discussion point I have about like, he's like rich and he's just like the gardener Italian man, He treated him so like gross, white, rich man.
He's just throwing money at him.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, he's rude. And he's,
Okay, but what do you think the story with Enzo is? Because there's definitely something going on with Enzo. Do you think it's something with him and Nina?
I think Enzo is just like in the neighborhood doing everyone's yards all beautiful and shit. And he's seen maids come and go. And he has seen the dynamic between Andy and Nina, and he just knows what the fuck is going on.
What is this thing about Nina needing him around?
Wait, what?
Unless, do you think Andy made that up? That when he tells Millie, I don't like Enzo, but when he's like tried to get rid of him, Nina's insisted that he's like the best and they have to keep him?
Well, yeah, because everyone in the neighborhood said he's the best. I took that as like social standards. It's like, you're not cool.
I took that as something fishy happening.
Like a romance?
Yeah, like, did you ever watch Desperate Housewives?
No.
It was...
Sorry.
Okay, well...
I know I'm not
There was
normal.
a gardener there that, like, they were having an affair behind the husband's back. And the husband would, like... Because they'd sleep together during the workday, and then the husband would get home and would be like, we have to fire John the gardener because he obviously was here but then didn't mow the lawn. So then, like, in the middle of the night, like, while she's making her husband get drunk at a party, she's, like, in a gown quickly mowing the lawn so that when he's hungover the next day and is like, oh, shit, no, I was wrong. He did mow the lawn.
Wait, is this real life?
No, it's Desperate Housewives, not Real Housewives.
Oh,
Desperate
sorry.
Housewives.
Okay, this is show. It's like a fiction show.
It's like a comedy drama.
Oh, okay, that's funny. Good job writing.
It's with the guy from John Tucker Must Die.
The main guy?
Yeah, John.
Okay.
His name is John actually in the show.
What they say in our last book, never trust men with J names.
Or A through Z names.
But I feel like Andy could really be the bad guy here. I think the whole tickets thing was planned. The plaza was planned. His weird thing with Enzo, I really didn't like when they woke up the next morning and he was like, Nina can't know about this, but you know that I do want this, right? But like, you have to be quiet.
I didn't think that was that weird because I just feel like that's a married man who just cheated on his wife.
It's gross though. It's like so ick.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an affair. Oh. It's an affair.
Your body's like...
It's an affair. Stop laughing. So excited. Hold on. It's an affair. It's an affair. Have fun editing that.
I will. And so I think Nina actually is mentally I feel like he's keeping her that way, though. I think she truly has a mental illness, and he's keeping her that way or worse, or holding her pills from her. I don't know. Maybe he's the one who tried to kill her and Cece and
well, that's what I'm saying.
Manipulated
maybe there was
her.
no murder-suicide attempt. Maybe it was a story either told that he convinced Nina she did.
Right. And that's what I think, that they're making it seem like Nina's this big bitch who forgets everything and is gaslighting. But I think she really doesn't remember and is unstable in her brain because he's keeping her that way.
Or like when Amanda Knox confessed to a murder she didn't do because they like convinced her she did and that she just didn't remember.
Well, I mean, I think she truly has a mental illness.
No, yeah, but I mean, okay.
He could be like holding her pills. Hostage.
I think that you, my dear friend. Would you believe it that this is our sober episode?
It doesn't sound like it.
Wow. My beautiful friend, I think that you are very smart because now I see what you see.
I think they want us to think Nina's the bad guy, but it's fucking Andy.
Right. And I didn't see that until you said something. And I'm trying to communicate to you and all of our listeners that I think you're right.
Oh, thank you.
And
I hope I am right now.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
And I believe in Nina. And I don't believe in Andy.
I did get the ending of Sunburned right.
Yes.
I was really excited about that. I like to try to guess. Okay. Thank you, Yana.
You're welcome.
I think that you...
My friend.
I think you're my friend. My best friend.
My best friend.
And you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen on this October day.
Thank you.
Woo!
Happy Halloween month.
Thank you
to all of our friends.
Don't worry, listeners. We got movie picks for you at the end. I'm sure you're watching all of them.
Man, that fucking documentary or docu-series you're making me watch right now.
Watch Monsters, Ed Gein.
Oh my God,
all of them, though, like Jeffrey Dahmer and the Menendez brothers.
But the Ed Gein one, I mean, just trigger warnings all around. It is just, it's not scary in like it's not jumpy for me. It's not it's not a haunted movie for me. It's just disgusting.
It's incredibly psychologically unsettling.
It's hard enough to imagine that just being a movie someone like created in their head, but then when you realize it's like, this is real.
No, that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too hard to wrap your brain around, and like, I'm evil.
Yana's only watched 2 episodes also, so she doesn't even know how bad it gets.
I am struggling.
Also, Charlie, if you're listening, what's up? Good performance.
Sponsor us.
Okay, wait, no, I want to talk about... Okay.
No, I hate that.
Mother.
Oh no. No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's gonna haunt my dreams.
No, I wanted to ask you one more thing.
Ask me anything.
So at any point were you like, Millie, hey, maybe don't do that, but at the same time, could you also feel the struggle of like, she's like in love with him at this point, so I can understand.
She's in lust.
I think she kind of is in love with him.
Yeah, but she's just a dumb little girl. I feel like she's in lust, thinking she's in love. And I think she's just, she had been living out of her car post jail time. She literally has 0 friends. She has 0 family. And she just has this man in front of her who's beautiful and has everything he could ever need. He's rich and he's, there. And I just feel like she's like, it's here. Like, I'm going to make good use out of it. But I don't think she's actually in real love. But what is love?
That's fair. I guess at first I was like, I know where this is going with these tickets. I fucking know it. So then he's like, well, guess what? And she's like, my goodness. And then they're like, let's go together platonically. And it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe fine. I get it. Girl was in prison for 10 years, never been to a Broadway show. Yep. She has a massive crush on this guy. It's the 6th freaking row. And fine. They
should have gone to dinner.
See, every step of the way, I was like, Dinner came up, and I was like, okay, fine. She's never really been out on the city like that after a show. She's with this guy. Fine, dinner. But then once dinner started to get an appropriate conversation and a lot of drinking, that's why I was like, Millie, maybe, potentially, let's take a step back. But hard stop at the plaza for me.
Oh, hard stop.
Like, when he was like, well, I have the plaza. I was like, Millie, don't, girl, don't.
No, he could have paid for her crazy long Uber ride home.
But in Millie's defense, after you've had a bottle of wine.
I think they had more than a bottle.
They said they had 2 bottles.
Okay,
so I was thinking a bottle each. Sometimes we don't make good choices after an entire bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I can't say that I haven't done such a thing.
I have never had that much alcohol in my life.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom. So sober.
That was the point, though, right? That was like, Millie.
No, it was really bad choices, but I swear Nina knows, though. I don't know. It was weird.
No, you're on...
Do you think he's texting her from, as Nina?
Oh, hold on. No, that would be crazy, because then he would have to deal with the trash.
The rest of it is not crazy at all.
You still think Nina could be orchestrating it?
I just feel like this whole text message thing, here's your phone, I put you on our family plan. They're fighting in the bedroom and Millie's outside the door and Nina just like happens to walk out. Or they're watching this Family Feud thing and Nina comes down the stairs. You know, I just feel like things are being planted for her and I think she sees it all. You know, or these moments where it's like she's had 2 or 3 moments at this point where Millie thinks she's locked in the room, but she's not. I don't know. I feel like there's just...
See, when I first started the book, I thought they were both in it together. Like, good cop, bad cop, trying to get her pregnant and hold her hostage.
I think those would be 2 bad cops.
And then, well, yeah, but they have Andy playing good cop, right? Like, in front scene, but behind scene, he's bad too. And then after these pages, I'm fully switched that I think he's made Nina crazy. He's driven her to be a mad woman.
I could totally see that. I think when they were
maybe he's orchestrated the phone and everything too.
When she started to freak out when she saw the garbage truck and was like, "Oh my God, we didn't take out the garbage," I like immediately thought back to Nina's text and I was like, oh my God, Nina knew that they were out and this wasn't going to happen. And then when right after that, Nina calls and was like, I called the house phone and no one was here. Like, I feel like Nina already knew and she was just trying to see what her answer was going to be. But I feel like, and Millie was like, well, did you try Andy's cell? And she's like, no. But I feel like it's because she knew. She was just, it was her way of...
I took that as insecurity because Millie said she asks her every week if she's taking the bins out. So it was not any different that she would do it that day.
That's true.
The thing with the phone, though, was like, she's like, I called and it's part of your duties to answer the phone. But I feel like Nina is starting to have insecurities about herself. You know, she can't have a baby. That's what he wants. I think she's starting to grow jealous and envious of Millie. Yeah. And so she's starting to like suspect that something could happen between them. And God knows what happened to the other maids. Right. Only Enzo knows. And hopefully we'll find out soon. But I feel more about his body. I think Andy does stuff too to make her to gaslight her and make her think she's fucking crazy too. On top of the fact that she probably has a true mental illness. Well, I think she's like a mad woman.
Aren't we all though?
Me too.
Relatable. I also feel like I really hated that part where Millie was talking about how she would have the house to herself and would like walk around naked.
I mean, like, not that I would though.
I know, like, okay. But it's like you're free to do that in your own house, but like
your rich house that you're made for,
and where you're attracted to the husband. And I know he's not home, but like it's
oddly sexual.
It's very sexual, but like it's weird.
Yeah.
Like, why would that be the first... If I was her and I had the house to myself for the first time without this, like, crazy bitch there, I would just be like...
You to think it's Nina.
No, I know, but I'm putting myself in Millie's shoes.
You're like, she's crazy bitch.
I would be like, hell yeah, I'm going to watch all the shit in that movie theater. And I'm just going to, like, live it up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get a pizza.
My first thought would not be, I'm going to walk around this mansion naked.
I agree.
That's weird.
I hated how she hit on Enzo. It made me so uncomfortable. She just was like, so. And I actually started laughing too, though, because he was like, ooh.
Yeah, he was not.
And he was like in Italian yelling at her, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed reading this.
I know. No, it was definitely secondhand embarrassment.
I laughed so hard that I couldn't wait to say something to you, because I was like, girl, what you doing,
Do
Millie?
You laugh out loud when you're reading?
Sometimes, yeah.
I can see that.
Of course I do.
I don't.
Do you know me?
I know.
When I was little, I did that too.
Yeah, I don't
My
do
mother
that.
would find me cackling in my room with my books.
Love you, Mom.
Anyway.
We should rename our podcast to Love You, Mom.
And then we'll just talk about everyone's moms. Yeah. Send us your stories.
And have your mom call in.
And yeah, we can talk through difficult moments you have with your mom together.
But we don't have any
no,
with ours.
that's for you, listener, not for us.
And that's why we want to talk to you about it, because
we don't know what it's like.
We don't know what it's like, and we hear that's a thing, and we'd love to see if it's true.
Yeah, mothers and daughters, it's a theme in a lot of books.
Yeah,
so.
but it's not in our lives because everything's fine.
Yana,
yeah,
what was your food rating? Or was that everything you had?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, you on Amazon shopping?
No, I have to look up the book. I don't remember what it's called again. What's your food rating? I'm so excited to hear.
This was like chocolate-covered strawberries and champagne for me.
Oh.
It was decadent and fizzy and sweet, but the tart cut of the champs with a little bit of buzz shakenness. And it's like you just want to keep eating and drinking it because it's so good. And sometimes you drink too much champagne and you regret it. And I just wanted to keep reading the book.
I've never done that.
Me either. I'm a perfect angel.
Oh, I just regret it.
Oh. I've done it. I just don't regret it.
Zero bad feelings about it. Okay, I thought of something. Going off that elegant vibe, though. Escargot.
Oh, very French.
Yes, and they were eating French food, but my thing...
That's the snails?
Yeah, because I'm like...
I knew that.
Beautiful shell, like the beautiful home.
Oh.
But inside it's gooey and the texture's maybe all a little off and it's a little not for everyone.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me
gummy.
of. It's just like...
Do you like escargot?
No.
Oh.
But, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like you have this like beautiful outside, but the inside is maybe not as like good as you want it to be. And that's kind of how I feel about the Winchester house.
Every time I think about escargot, it's an aphrodisiac. That's not it. But I think about this, what was that show, 1,000 Ways to Die? Or Do You Die in Dumb Ways show? I can't remember.
No, 100 Stupid Ways to Die. Or 1,000,
yeah, it's something like that where these people like ate snails.
Dumb Ways to Die. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like that, whatever the fuck that show is. And they ate snails from the wild in their salad and they died.
Yeah, I mean, that happens with like oysters too, because they'll carry bacteria sometimes.
Yeah, but like,
oysters
why
are
would
delicious.
you get
the shell is not
from outside and eat them?
Yeah,
That's
it's
dumb.
terrible. It's very dumb.
Probably, surprise, you died.
Yeah. For those of you, our listeners, who are not super cultured, and you're like, hey, I don't know what escargot is. It's pronounced escargot, but you read it like on the page it says escargot. Maybe that rings a bell.
I didn't know that, so I guess I'm an uncultured listener. But Yana's so
if I'm wrong? Maybe
sophisticated.
I should look it up.
I mean, all of the last season we called Laurent. So.
Oh no, I was right. Escargot.
Good job, the cock.
Escargot. You don't see the T at the end.
Escargot.
What's your sexy side piece?
Okay, I'm almost done. I know. I'm sorry. It's been a whole lifetime I've been reading From Blood and Ash. But last night, oh my God, I got so into it. I was exhausted. It was the last night my sister was here visiting. Love you, sister.
But love you, Mom, more.
And I've been reading to go to bed every night, and I could not fall asleep because, well, I think I was so tired that I couldn't. But the book was also, it got really good. So I'm almost done with it.
Wow.
And I might go on to the second. We'll see. I'm feeling, there was spice at last.
You've been wanting that for a long time. You've been so patient, so not patient at the same time.
Yeah, the spice in this book, too, was very sad compared to my other books. Anyway, what's...
Wow.
I stare off.
The look on her face. Well, I just finished What Kind of Paradise?
Congratulations.
By Janelle Brown.
Oh, so you remember Janelle's name, eh?
I was obsessed with the book. It was so good. I could not put it down. I went through it so fast. It was like a mix. If anyone ever read The Glass Castle, Educated, The Great Alone, it took me like no time to get through this book because I was just super into it and it was just hard to put down. I also really like it that it's like in little short chapters, so you can just like feel like you're making fast progress.
I do like that feeling.
I like that
You're
too.
like, I'm so fast at reading.
Yeah. So smart.
I'm so good at this.
Yeah. Oh, can I actually interrupt this podcast for 1 second to do something?
Absolutely.
I would love to give a special shout out to my very good friend who is just so tall and beautiful, Erin. I won't say her last name because we're famous and I don't want photographers to find her. But I thought she deserves a shout out and I hope now she'll stop being annoying to me.
Shout out.
She's just trying to get famous off my coattail. Love you, Erin.
My sister said today in the car that she has a friend who's been writing off her farts for years. And I was like, that's funny. I never heard that before.
I've never heard that either. But you and your sister and your whole family have like a made-up language. So maybe that's just
Leave
a
us
thing.
alone. It's special.
I know. I've started talking like you.
That's right. That's what happens with friendships.
Yeah.
All right, friends. I have 3 more spooky movies for you with the scare meter going up. So this one, we're going to recommend Sinister. This one is very spooky. It's actually statistically spooky when they had people watch it and they test their heart rates.
Oh.
You should also watch Annabelle Creation. Not all of these in this like Conjuring world are good, but that one is scary, especially if you like get scared of demons or you grew up Catholic, you are Catholic, you're no longer Catholic. Anything within Catholicism and demons just scare the shit out of you. And last one is called Ouija, Origin of Evil. This one, I can't believe I'd never seen it, and I watched it and I was like, was an incredible movie.
Well, all I can vouch for out of those 3 is Annabelle Creation, and it is one of my top favorite scary movies. That stuff really freaked me out.
Yeah.
And I'm not Catholic, nor did I grow up Catholic or anything Catholic related.
What is Catholicism?
Yeah. But I was still scared, and I was not raised thinking or knowing about demons, but they are.
And I also found this new horror podcast where they deep dive into horror movies and they break them up into segments where it's like, these movies are a home invasion and these are all
like
monsters. Yeah. It's called The Evolution of Horror.
Oh, I've heard that.
This is like a genuine shout out.
Yeah.
It's a really fun podcast. And the host is a really great interviewer. He has an amazing podcast voice and he just asks really thoughtful questions. And it's good conversation, especially if you like horror or any of those genres.
Great.
So shout out to The Evolution of Horror.
Shout out to horror in general.
So with that, friends, we hope you're enjoying reading along or listening along. Our book club is for non-readers as well. We're halfway done.
We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer.
If nothing else, friends, remember,
Keep on reading.
I like how you did the R. Reading.